Hey everyone, as many of you know, we are franchising here at Hole in the Wall, and I thought it would be interesting to kind of take you on some of our sales efforts, things that we do kind of behind the scenes on how we promote Hole in the Wall and how we try and sell our franchises. We had an Orlando franchise show in June. We did not have a booth there ourselves. We were just in Houston. We've been in Dallas and Miami and Tampa. We've got more coming up soon. But the Orlando show, since we're based in Orlando, we opted not to have a booth there. But the fun part is that the team at the show, the franchise show, that we've become good friends with them and buddies of ours, and they let us show up to the show today and just film, talk with people, and just kind of, I want to show you guys behind the scenes. Why would you want to go to a franchise show? Why would you want to purchase a franchise? We also had a special occasion. Our sales rep for the representation for the franchise show, Dennis Colivas, he was retiring, and this was his last show. And I got a chance to sit down with Dennis and kind of get some insights and some things that he wanted to talk about with franchising. And I thought it was an interesting conversation I want to share with you, and as we celebrate his many years in the franchise business and his retirement. We hope you enjoy it. Like and subscribe. Enjoy the show. I made it here to the franchise show in Orlando, Florida, the National Franchise Show. So what is a franchise show? Why would you even want one or need one? The franchise show is a place where people like me, franchisors, can set up their booths and basically demonstrate to people who are trying to figure out if they want to buy a business. You know, do you even want to own a business? Why would you start a business from scratch when you can potentially buy a franchise and get started right away? And so that's what this show is about. I'm here with my buddies at the National Franchise Exhibit Group, and they've graciously let me in so we can do some podcast stuff today. And I'll tell you what, this place is a zoo already. Let me walk over and I can kind of show you how it's getting to get started. And we're going to walk around and talk to some friends of ours and just see how they're doing, and let's hope the show goes well. Will you look at this place? This place is bonkers. It is fabulous. We had a lot of our friends. We're going to be interviewing them later on. We've got Alan George here with FMS, pimping out the innovative sports servicing. We'll be talking to him later.
When he stood and listened to us like this, he got involved, right? Now he's got over 90 machines. He's not a financial planner anymore, right? Now he just uses coffee guys.
Look at that. Look at that. All these people looking to figure out which is a good business for them to own. They want to fire the boss and be their own boss. They want to invest. They want to invest in a business that you don't have to start from scratch.
Your website, your business cards, all of that stuff. That's all included as well.
I mean, that's the way to do it, folks. You got a good idea, that's amazing. But if you don't, you buy a franchise.
For those that don't know,
they will set you off going, want to buy coffee? This guy does kiosks.
We have the algorithm, we attach it to your website, right?
Machines.
Come up so your business is number one on the search page. So that's all.
There's a franchise for about anything you can think of. Obviously, I want you to buy a Hole in the Wall franchise, but whether it's counseling, whether it's food, whether it's resurfacing, asphalt, porta potties, you name it, there's a franchise for it. Food truck franchises, art. It's crazy. Wasn't that crazy? How many people were there? How many different businesses were there? How many opportunities for someone who doesn't know how to start their own business but really wants to get a head start? A franchise is definitely the way to go. I'd like to take you to the conversation I had with Dennis Colivas. I got to tell you, full disclosure, we tried to find a very quiet spot. We moved out of the exhibit area. We got to the centralized area. Lo and behold, we had some microphone technical difficulties, so I apologize if you can't hear for the first little bit of it as well. And then we were also like right next to the bathrooms. In the middle of our conversations, all of a sudden you would hear the hand dryers go off and make noise. And so we did our best. We hope you like it. And congratulations to Dennis for retiring. Introducing Dennis Colivas. He's been our rep for the franchise shows that we've been doing for the past year. He helped me buy the first show in Tampa, where we sold our very first franchise, and has been a close friend ever since. And sad to say that this is your last show with the National Franchise Show. But you've been with this show for how many years now?
11 years now. And by the way, thanks for having me, James. Great chatting with you. You're a great guy. We connected right from the start.
We did hit it off quite well.
Yeah.
And frankly, every time I had a problem, I was just able to call you, and you took care of it for me.
Yeah.
But in the years, over a decade you've been doing the shows, you've had to have seen some trends, some emerging brands, some fads, maybe something that you thought, why is that a unit? And they've come and gone. I'm curious if you have anything that stands out that was either a really good success or something that was maybe just a flop from the get-go.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. We were talking about that last night at dinner about fads, and the one that jumped out was the frozen yogurt fad. And when that first was launched, that was like the greatest thing since sliced bread. And they came out flying, and there were all kinds of units everywhere. You probably heard of Menchie's. That's a big brand name. Mm-hmm. And now I haven't seen frozen yogurt at a show in many years, and the stores have closed down. So that's a great example of, a fad. Yeah. The trend is your friend, right? Yeah. That's what I love about your concept, Hole in the Wall, is that it falls under that, the home services umbrella. Yeah. And home services is exploding right now because of the tangibility of the opportunity. Mm-hmm. Drywall, everybody right. I can't. I'm not a very handy guy. I can't even put a nail in the wall to put up a picture without the crack coming down, and we have to bring in a guy like someone, a technician from Hole in the Wall who fixes it up, does the magic, and it looks like brand new. Yeah. But the home services category is going crazy: plumbing, electrical, home renovation, flooring, you name it. Because its appeal is that it's a real business model, yeah. And people are looking for opportunities that are sustainable, yeah. That they can grow into and grow with for years to come, and hopefully pass on to their kids.
And so home services to me is a great opportunity to start a business, but. Outside of home services, have you seen anything else pop up? I mean, there's coffee all over the place in here. So.
Yeah, coffee has exploded like crazy. The one that's close and dear to my heart, because I'm a real dog guy, is the pet category. Oh, yeah. Pet grooming, mobile units mm-hmm. are huge right now, and with folks working out of their home offices, working remotely, they don't necessarily have the time to come and go, and you have a 1 o'clock appointment to get your dog groomed. Well, isn't that nice when a mobile unit parks in your driveway and takes care of your dog for you?
I use one.
Yeah, exactly. So dog grooming is popular. As you mentioned, coffee. Coffee's exploding too. Senior care, in-home senior care is also a growing category, because folks, they want to stay in their homes, but they need assistance. Yeah. And so that category as well is growing significantly.
Well, and I know you're based from Canada, right? So you're
so we stay really busy, and that's what we do. We specialize in producing trade shows. Yeah. So the stars of our shows are our exhibitors. The focus is on our exhibitors. They're the ones that make our business successful. Mm. All the leads that are generated at the show, they all go to our exhibitors.
So now that you're retiring, now you're moving on, you plan on staying out of the business entirely, or are you going to dabble at all?
Well, that's a great question, James. I want to take the summer off. I haven't had a summer off since I was 15 years old.
Yeah.
I've been working consistently right through, so over 50 years of working. So I'm looking forward to playing pickleball, riding my bike, walking my dog, just doing everyday stuff, going to Costco at 11 o'clock in the morning on a Tuesday so I don't get caught up in the weekend traffic.
Right.
Just doing everyday stuff, and I'm looking forward to just having that freedom.
Right.
But I think I still have a little bit in the tank.
Yeah.
So once the fall rolls around, I've been talking to some folks on the consulting side, as well as the development side. One opportunity I find really interesting is there's a lot of emerging brands out there, and you're sort of the exception to the rule because you got a big personality. You are the owner, operator, you have passion for the product, it's your baby.
Yeah.
You're manning the booth, nobody tells the story better than you.
True.
It resonates with people. I've watched you on the show for, you do an amazing job.
Thanks.
But there are emerging brands who have a great business. They know their business inside and out, but they don't know how to sell, and they certainly don't know how to sell franchises.
Right.
So folks have approached me thinking that might be an opportunity for me in the future to actually be like a hired gun to work with maybe a half a dozen emerging brands and work on their leads, go to shows, man their booth for them, collect the leads, and then follow up on the leads, and even leads that they generate on their own. They would send me the leads, I would work the leads.
Sure.
I've been selling for a long time, and sales is all about follow up, staying on top of the opportunity. So that interests me. What interests me is working with emerging brands. I love the dream.
Yeah.
Where you come, you come to the show, you're excited about your brand, you're excited about the concept of franchising your business and bringing others into business ownership within your system, and them being part of your family, because at the end of the day it's a 10-year deal, so it's a real partnership. And that excites me, that whole concept of taking folks and bringing them along and seeing if it's a good fit and getting them into the right opportunity.
In Canada, would you only do Canada, or would you do the States too?
I'd be I know the U.S. market, and it would probably be U.S. centric.
Okay.
But I would be open to Canadian opportunities as well, because it's the same scenario in Canada.
Yeah.
I've been to our flagship shows in Toronto, and we usually have over 200 exhibitors, 5,000-6,000 attendees come to the show. It's just amazing. And again, one of the issues, if you will, is the fact that the folks manning the booth often aren't the right people manning the booth.
Bill, my partner, and I, we kind of giggle. We go to these shows and we look at these booths, and you just see the people who are so unengaged manning the booth.
Yeah.
You're like, they're there, they're on their phone, and they're looking up. There's one person in the booth.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't say hi to anybody.
Yeah.
And they take a flyer.
Yeah.
It's like, we do like doing the shows ourselves. We could hire someone eventually, but right now we like that we're the ones doing the actual, meet and greet, because frankly, we love our franchisees. And when I meet somebody, I'm the one they're going to work with. On a weekly basis. I do Zoom calls with all my people weekly. And so it's nice to be able to meet them from start to finish.
Absolutely.
But we will absolutely get to a place where we can't do it ourselves, at least not exclusively, and finding the right person to man the booth, that's the key. So good. Well, we want you to enjoy your earlier part of retirement. When you decide to emerge yourself from vacation mode, you give me a call. We'll
absolutely,
yeah, for sure. I can't thank you for all the help that you've done for Hole in the Wall over the years, and just being our advocate from day one. I appreciate you. Thanks for letting me come out and hang out today at the show.
Thank you, James. You've been an amazing exhibitor. And
Dennis has been with us for well over a decade. Okay, number one, new guys, I love you. Dennis is irreplaceable. Absolutely irreplaceable. Dennis has put his heart and soul into the last 10 years to promote this show circuit. Okay, he has loved every single one of you. He has told me this himself, okay? Made friends that you don't find in a lifetime that are your own clients, okay?
Indeed.
I can tell you that I know he's gonna miss every single one of you, okay? If I had tear ducts, I would cry right now. But hey, let's just give it up to Dennis. We already made another speech for him. We love you, Dennis. We're gonna miss you.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
Hold on.
Come here.
So before you go, Dennis, we all got together.
Okay.
We got you a
Wow. Wow.
65. That's when you're
Wow.
retiring.
Wow.
And we all signed it.
Wow.
So that you can hang it in your office and hold it.
That is phenomenal. Thank you so much.
We're
Wow,
not,
did you
we're
hold
not,
it
we're
for
not
a second?
done yet.
Wow, look at this. Wow. Wow.